If you're like me, you love the fall season. For me personally and my family, this is our absolute favorite time of the year. But what's funny is we live in Houston, Texas, and we get this thing called false fall or fake fall, where we get a few days of beautiful, crisp weather, and then it's back to Houston hot temperatures. So, in order to bring the beautiful fall feelings inside my home and experience our favorite season, today I'm going to be working on adding some beautiful fall decor to my breakfast table. I'm excited to bring in some of my favorite textiles, the things I love to see in the fall, different textures, beautiful vases, and fall florals. So let's get started and see how it's going to turn out. My favorite place to start is with my textiles. This could be a table runner, a tablecloth, placemats, napkins, you name it. It helps ground my design, much like the analogy I have given you in the past where I say use a rug to help you figure out your design style if you can't figure it out of thin air. Once I've done that, I rummage through my armoire to find beautiful containers that I can pull out to house fall florals or go on the thrill of the hunt to find something new to include in my decor. The next thing I like to do is let the season be my guide. We're thinking about fall decor, and I'm gonna pull from the colors I wanna see from fall. These beautiful earthy tones, browns, greens, creams, whatever I can find to bring in the feelings of this season. Now that I have this down on my table, I'm gonna use this as kind of the parameters of where I want my decor. Being that this is a busy household and my boys love to do homework, I definitely wanna leave them space to do that. And that helps me look at some of the pieces that I pulled out to say, maybe the scale's too big, because I don't want to cover up this beautiful table runner, and I want to keep it limited to the design of this piece. Now, I do love this piece just because it's going to give us some height, and we can maybe work with it and come down. Could still be a no, but I love it. I may have to break my own rules. These are very beautiful, and I love the colors. Got this really beautiful glass bowl that could also be in here. Oh, I love that. Small, delicate, lots of details, really goes with this runner. Let's get started with this beautiful creamware cake stand. I'm gonna use this to start layering all of the gorgeous velvet pumpkins. Now, I've got this beautiful bowl here to work with, and I love all of the details. It's so elegant, and this is one of the most frequently asked questions that we get. Are you formal? Are you provincial? How do you mix rustic and glam? So this is the perfect example of this gorgeous brass filigree, super detailed, classical patterns all over. And then this is a new introduction for this year. These really charming petite pumpkins with the simple check, kind of a gingham geometric pattern. It's about as simplistic and, in my mind, provincial or rustic as it can get. So I'm just gonna contrast those and layer these in like a beautiful little candy bowl. I've got a few other little pumpkins that I haven't used, and I'm just gonna layer them around a little bit, like as if they're cascading out of my cupcake stand and my candy dish, but not to completely cover up this beautiful runner. I love how everything's looking. I can still see this beautiful beaded pumpkin runner without it being overpowered. So I'm gonna stop here and then start filling this beautiful vase with some fall florals. I've got a couple of options, and I'm excited to see what's gonna look the best. But this is such a beautiful colored jar. I'm so glad I was able to pull from it because it's got these great umber tones and beautiful fonts and gold detailing here. So even on its own, it's just tying into this beautiful fall feeling table perfectly. I love how all of this turned out. It's so beautiful, and this little floral arrangement is just so simple and charming. It all ties in together beautifully. And you can see the simple charm of these flowers and this beautiful check with this super glam pumpkin runner is the perfect combination to combine your love for provincial and rustic as well as the glam side of interior design. So now that I've got all this stuff pulled out, I think I'm gonna move on to designing my island. See you next time.